we've actually got some new breaking information relating to the David case, and it seems like we're getting very close to finding the suspect. Look at this. Celeste was apparently spotted at one of David's concerts on the 24th of August, just a couple of days before she was possibly murdered. We also have a parking citation telling us the exact date David's car was towed, and a couple more things in this video, such as this broken ring doorbell which was suspiciously found right outside David's home, and new information from neighbors telling us they saw the couple regularly. Let's delve into it. So firstly, you guys may have seen this image circling around online, and it's one of David's shows from the 24th of August, the Silver Spring concert. There was actually two, one on the 23rd and one on the 24th. Now, some people noticed this girl behind the stage. She was up on the balcony. Let me find you a better clip. So here's the performance, and look, there she is with David's brother. That's David's brother, and then that's the girl. Now, some people are thinking, wait, is this Celeste? Because she's got that curly hair, she's got that darker skin, which, you know, she's Hispanic, so they usually have that kind of darker skin. She's wearing a black tube top, and you know what Celeste was found wearing when they discovered her body? A black tube top. Here's another better one. Here's another one. Here's another closer up, more enhanced one. Some fans are pointing out she's wearing this pink bracelet and this golden necklace which she has. Look, this is the official article from when she was found. She was wearing a tube top and a metal chain bracelet in the shape of a W. And in this, she's wearing a black tube top and a bracelet. Now, of course, girls do wear black tube tops and necklaces and bracelets, so it could just be a coincidence. Now, I actually got a comment on my last video. This guy Delta said, my sister was at the Silver Spring concert here in MD. She said it looked a lot like Celeste. With how small the crowd was, it was easy for everyone to get direct sight of her. Once that one picture really starts circulating, a lot more people will start showing their picture of her there. Here's another enhanced one. I'm just showing you guys all of these pictures so you can also make up your own mind, not just kind of take what I'm telling you. Some people in the comments are saying those are her big eyes. He even pointed and waved at her. Actually, let me show you that too. So here in this clip, you can see he's waving, showing a love heart too, and pointing at her. Waving, love heart, pointing up at Celeste and her brother there. Now, you guys might be asking, why is this important? Well, look, we also have this parking citation observed for the 27th of August 2025. So that concert was on the 24th, Celeste was spotted there. Then we have this parking citation for David's Tesla on the 27th of August, just 3 days later. Let me read you guys this post. NBCLA, the Leonard Files, posted their own investigation into the case and discovered interesting information about the Tesla. A city worker initially noticed and marked the car for a 72-hour observation on August 27th. This means the car was parked illegally on the 27th of August, and I think he marked it with chalk on the tire to see if the car moves. That means Celeste could have absolutely been at the Maryland show August 24th, and it still fit the timeline. It was noted for the 72 hours expiring on the 3rd, and then finally impounded. There's waiting periods between citation and towing. So this kind of makes perfect sense. So let's say they got back from a show on the 25th, he killed her on that day, or possibly the 26th or the 27th, and then on the 27th he moved the car where he shouldn't have, which is on the day it got this citation. Then he didn't move the car after that because it had a dead body in it, and it stayed there until the 3rd of September, until it was finally towed and the body was discovered on the 8th. So between the day it was towed and impounded, towed on the 3rd, and then finally body discovered on the 8th, which is around 5 days. So if she was killed, let's say on the 25th, let's say like a 10 or 9 day between the time she was murdered and the day they discovered her body, which kind of makes sense of the whole decomposition. 10 days in the LA heat seems about right. So this seems like the most likely theory we've got so far, and kind of the best timeline we've got so far. However, it's not all roses and sunshine in our investigation, because apparently that girl in the video is not Celeste. However, don't click off yet, because I will actually like to fight this, and a lot of people online are saying this is literally Celeste, what are you saying? So TMZ would publish an article last night saying not Celeste Rivas in the viral concert video, but it's literally Celeste, this is her. So they would say the young woman in the balcony is not Celeste Rivas, David's victim, according to sources connected to the case. But what sources could you possibly have that identify this woman is not Celeste? Now, before we get into disproving this, let me actually roll you guys the clip from TMZ so you guys can see what they said.
So I was so excited when I saw some video that purported to be video of potentially Celeste in the balcony at one of his concerts over the summer, which would have given us some timeline. It just didn't seem to pan out, though.
Yeah, you know, I get why people online were really into this video and thought that this was going to be critical to the investigation. There is this woman, the video is David in concert from, it's either August 23rd or 24th. He had 2 shows in Silver Springs, Maryland. And there's a woman in the balcony who he actually acknowledges, looks up at her. She certainly could have been Celeste. It looked like it. And a lot of people immediately latched onto this. But we have been told by a source that is connected to the case that it is not Celeste, and therefore it doesn't do what we hoped it would do, right? That if this actually were her, then we would know that she was killed within a, roughly 10-day period. At some point during those 10 days would have been when she was killed.
There is rampant speculation and theorizing and conspiracy theories online, and a lot of it has to do with pictures that people think are Celeste. And it's really clear to me that there are several different people in his world that look like her. For instance, the video of one of the songs has a girl who looks exactly like Celeste, the same hair, and it is not her. Her credit has a whole other name at the end of the video.
Now, here's what some fans or some people that are interested in the case are saying on Reddit in regards to TMZ saying that is not Celeste on the balcony. As much as we wish this was her, I don't know. If this is the same source that tipped off TMZ that the body in the car was Celeste in the first place, then well, it very well may not be her. Wasn't it the same source whose information was passed to the LAPD so they could identify the body? Why would they give such a vital and helpful tip only to say this girl isn't her? The source is probably LAPD saying that they have evidence that disproves this theory. Well, it would make sense if it wasn't her, since there have not been, unless I'm behind, any very recent sightings. Some people are saying it could also be a promoter or someone who worked at the venue or a girlfriend of someone who fits that description, saying it could be a decoy. It would make perfect sense and also be worse for him if it turns out he was trying to put up a show with a girl wearing the same clothes and having a similar look to her to throw the investigation off. This whole situation is crazy. Yep, more people are saying, I am not that much into conspiracy theories, but could it be he placed that girl there on purpose? Now, some people are also doubting it, and I'm one of these people doubting it because what source can you have that says this really pixelated girl that slightly resembles Celeste is not Celeste? Unless they got the information directly from the LAPD, then I don't know. According to a source connected to the case, BS man, it's obviously her, otherwise the actual person would have said something since they're a fan and obviously know the situation going on right now. To be honest, that one screenshot looked spot on for Celeste. I don't really believe TMZ. If it's not her, then who? They need to prove it. Okay, enough reading the post, but come on guys, it's literally her. Sorry, I know I said I'm not going to read any more posts, but this guy said I'm dying on this hill. It's her. So guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm actually interested. Do you think this girl is Celeste right here? I personally, it's kind of hard because the issue is she went radio silent I think around June or July. Like her family didn't hear from her after like June. No posts, no messages from friends. Like she went silent after around like July or June. I can't remember exactly. So it'd be weird that she was at this concert when she cut everyone off. That's why it's very confusing and it may actually not be her. However, it looks exactly like her. Similar bracelet, similar hair. She's wearing that golden necklace, a black tube top, which is the same black tube top she was discovered in. However, it could also be that David placed this girl up there on purpose. He knew it was going to be one of his last shows before he's before they find this body, so he specifically planted a girl up there in the view of the cameras wearing a black tube top and also a necklace and also has black curly hair and darker skin just like Celeste. So you can be like, oh wait, Celeste was literally at my concert, you know, kind of like a decoy as that guy said in the comments. It's very weird. And also it kind of lines up with the parking citation he got. She was at this concert on the 24th, killed her between the 24th and the 27th, 25th, parked his car illegally on the 27th, and that's when he got the citation. Then just a couple of days later, it was towed on the 3rd or the 4th, and then on the 8th they discovered the body. It matches up, it lines up. Because some people are saying he killed her early August, late July. Well, then why didn't he get a parking citation before that? Unless he was just continuously moving the car around so he doesn't get a citation, but also so it's not in front of his house. But then there's no way that body stayed in the trunk for a month long in the LA heat. I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. And also he was on tour, so he couldn't really move his car around. I don't know guys, I'm gonna need your help in the comments. Let me know your thoughts below. Now let's talk about the neighbors' comments and also the broken camera, the broken Ring doorbell that was found outside his house, and it's quite weird. An immediate neighbor has now claimed in a chat with the US Sun that he saw the singer and Celeste all the time and believed they lived together at home. Okay, but I mean, he is a neighbor, so he probably didn't know the girl was 13, right? He probably saw her from a distance, she was wearing hoodies all the time, whatever. The resident, who wishes not to be named, said he returned to Los Angeles from a trip this week and was stunned to learn of the news. I just got here like yesterday, he said on Wednesday. They were pretty quiet. I never saw police there and didn't hear them partying or anything. Nothing wild. I was shocked to find out what happened. Now, this is where I question the source a little bit. The Sun aren't a very reputable newspaper. In the UK, it's kind of a known thing to not trust the Sun. I'm not sure about you guys in the US. I don't think they're very big in the US. And secondly, this guy said they were a quiet house. That is not what we got from another neighbor who said they were kind of the naughty party house. They were very loud, lots of cars, lots of people. Maybe this neighbor just didn't pay much attention, but yeah, it doesn't really add up with what we've got before. Now, this is David's house with the cameras, which I showed you guys in the last video. If you guys didn't watch the previous one, there's cameras all around the house. And so if anyone leaves the garage, leaves the front door, goes to the garden, anything, there's cameras. And they don't have access to it, like I don't think I can disable it. So I don't know guys, if you're asking me, someone had to be caught on CCTV with a black bag, or at least leaving the house in their car at a weird time in the morning. Because if you guys see David or his manager leaving the house at 4 AM with a big black bag and they throw the bag into the trunk of his Tesla, yeah, it's wraps. But we don't know if they got caught on camera. Yet, at least. The police definitely have access to this surveillance footage though, for sure. There's no way they don't. Now, this is another weird thing the Sun captured. Broken parts of a Ring doorbell camera are seen on the ground after a police raid. Now, did the police do this, or was this David and his manager? Did they destroy the Ring doorbell camera because they wanted to hide footage? Obviously not actually hide footage, because I'm pretty sure the videos are stored onto the cloud. However, they destroyed it so it doesn't capture video, because if it's on the ground, it obviously can't capture video. Now the question is, when was this broken? Did the police break this during the raid to look for certain things? Did a fan break this after they found out David did the murder? They went up to his house and destroyed it? Or was it destroyed by a resident who wanted to potentially not be seen on camera? Weird, very weird. Here's more of what the neighbor said. I didn't know he was a singer, but I knew he had a Tesla as it was always parked outside. He was with the girl regularly all the time. He said, recognizing Reavers from photographs. I just saw them a couple months ago. I'm not sure, but I thought they were just kids, like a couple aged 18 to 19. I had no idea. It's crazy. Which, you know, you can't really blame the neighbor. He probably didn't even look properly. He probably saw them from a distance, and she was probably wearing hoodies. I'd be in my car and we acknowledge each other, say hi, that was about it, when they were heading to the store or whatever. I did ask him about his Tesla as his car was hit and he never fixed it. He didn't really say what happened. Why is his Tesla dented? That's a good point. The neighbor claimed that although the singer was polite, he preferred not to make small talk with those living nearby. Anytime I tried to talk to them, they weren't very engaging. The resident added they kept to themselves. I mean, if I was smuggling and grooming a 13-year-old girl, I'd probably try keep to myself too. They told me they found a girl in a car, but I didn't realize it was her at first. I haven't spoken to the police, but my friend who owns the home has. So yeah, take this article with a grain of salt, because the Sun Sun is, not the most reputable source, but they definitely gave us some interesting information, and it seems like Celeste was there often, because she was literally recognized by neighbors, unless the neighbors recognized the wrong girl. Now, in more recent news regarding David, figure skater Elisa Liu putting new routine on ice due to David's song. Long story short, she used one of David's song as part of her dance routine on the ice, but she had to scrap it because of the allegations. World champion figure skater Elisa Liu is distancing herself from David amid an investigation into Celeste Reaver's death, announcing she's scrapping her recently debuted short program due to the singer's song being featured in the routine, and she used David and Luffy's "This Is How It Feels." Liu added she and her team are confidently pursuing a different direction that aligns with my values and just my overall ethos. I mean, yeah, I'd do the same if I was using the song of a dude who had a 14-year-old girl dead in his trunk. I would not be using his music. So that's pretty much all I've got for today, guys. Again, as I said in my last video, we've pretty much hit a wall with this case. We're not getting much new information. We're just getting like random pictures and like hidden evidence that helps like the theories and like, random stuff like that. No new real concrete updates that progresses this investigation. I think it will take a couple weeks, possibly a couple months for us to actually get a breakthrough, some information from the police or an arrest. Because if you guys remember the YNW Melly case, the rapper that killed like 2 of his friends, it actually took the police 3 months for them to arrest him. Yeah, so these murder cases, it may take a couple months for them to actually arrest David. So yeah, let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments below. Was that girl at the concert Celeste on the balcony next to David's brother? Was that her? Or do you think the Reddit detectives are taking this stuff a little bit too far? Like personally, I think it's questionable whether it's her. However, the parking citation kind of lines up with the timeline. She was alive at the show, then shortly after the show, he killed her, and that's why you got the parking citation, and then eventually, just 10 days later, the body was found. So yeah, let me know guys' thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next one.